that I needed to patch up the plaster.
Now, these wires, were they exposed wires, for example, that you could have touched them and got an electric shock? Or?
Yeah.
Well, that is a big thing, isn't it? That is...
Yeah, but we haven't got kids running about the house. Who's coming in messing with wires on the walls? Just don't touch it. I know they're there. You know they're there.
Right.
We don't need to put up a sign. We don't need to cone it off. We know they're hanging out. I'll sort it.
Right.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
She's going to get someone in. Well, no, I won't get someone in. Because, you see, the thing is, she got someone in once when the oven blew up. Right? I said, leave it, I'll sort it, I'll look at it. No, you don't know what you're doing. Get someone in. No, let me have a look. No, get someone in. She calls someone up. They come round. The old £80 call-out charge business, straight away. They pull it out. They go, it was the fuse and the plug. Now, I could have sorted that out, but she didn't give me a chance. So now it's good now, because I've got that on the old back burner. So every time she says, let's call someone out, I'll go, oven. There's a little reminder. So I'm glad in a way that she did. But so now she just leaves it. She doesn't interfere.
No, Carl, I've got terrible pains. Oven.
Have you sorted that problem?
Not yet.
No, so the wire's still hanging out of the wall.
Yeah. But I know what to do. It's just that I want to do the other jobs first.
Yeah, but she's concerned about that one, and it's also very dangerous.
It's not that dangerous.
Steve. Oven.
I mean, you said if I speak to anyone in the day, I normally speak to my mum and dad at some point every day.
Really?
Do you? Every
From a
day you
call.
speak to your mum and dad?
Yeah.
Could you take us through a typical conversation with your dad? He calls up.
What does he say?
He said, I've just been out, got your mum some medicine.
Well, every time he calls, he's
No,
been
I'm
out
just
and
telling
got
you the last call out.
Oh, I see, sorry. Right.
What's the weather like?
What's up with your mum?
Oh, she's got a cough. It's old, isn't it? Winter, cold.
Yeah. Expectorant? Did you get? Was it a tickly cough or a chesty cough?
I think it's chesty.
Because
they've got like a coal fire, and it's when I go there, I'm always coughing and that. It's like smoking 20 a day, having one of them in the house. So she's always coughing. So yeah, been out.
And she smokes 20 a day.
Been out. Got some Benylin.
Does she smoke, your mum?
No, she used to.
Yeah.
Jacked it in when I was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good.
It had already done the damage.
Yeah, she smoked more through the pregnancy.
Yeah.
She looked at it and went, oh, I'm not smoking again.
Yeah, or drinking.
Look at that fucking head.
So yeah, he said, oh, the weather's bad. Is it bad there? I went, yeah. He said, I've just been out, got some medicine. What are you doing? I said, I'm ripping tiles off the wall. He said, oh, that's good. He said, your mum wants me to do the tiling in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So why don't you do it? He said, oh, it's too much of a big job.
Yeah.
So just do a wall at a time. He said, yeah, I might do.
Right.
He said,
I'd say I'm getting fucking bored.
He said he might just sort of plaster over the tiles and sort of, paint over that. I said, well, it's not that good though, is it? Because if you drill into it and you smash a tile in, the plaster that's on the tiles can crack and go right across. So it's easy just to take them off. So it doesn't take that long to take them off. Just do the job properly.
Steve, you're going soon.
I'm actually going the weekend, Rick.
So anyway, he just said, I might do that. But he's got nothing else to do. So that's why I was saying...
Doing let him again in.
Oh, that's good.
Just...
Sorry, go on.
And then my mum might get on. And
what's she got to say?
Look forward to this.
She just tells me a bit of it. What was it the other day? She said, have you seen them tablets that are food?
She's just so like you. She's just like you. Oh, God, was she a fucking astronaut? Have you seen them tablets? What are food? Oh,
go on,
God.
what are the tablets that are like food?
No, that's what it is. It's like the spaceman food. They've come out and we're just chatting about them. She's saying,
What do you mean they've come out? Really?
Yeah, because we live in a busy world and everything, where people haven't got time to have a proper lunch.
Are you sure this isn't like one of those innovation things that when you can buy oxygen in a canister?
Well, didn't you buy one of those once, Rick?
Yeah.
What would you need oxygen in a
because
canister
I was having a
for?
race with my mate, and I thought, I'd just have a bit of that on the way round. Right, it didn't work.
How far were you running?
I don't know, it was a race over a mile. And I thought,
So you were laden down with an oxygen...
unfair advantage here. While he was out training, I was just buying something from the innovations catalogue. Yeah.
So you were running and you had a little... You pulled it out and you went, what curses?
I took it beforehand. I thought, of course, one, it didn't work, and
But
two...
what's it supposed to do? To just
I thought it would oxygenate my blood more, so I could... I mean, it was flawed. It was a flawed argument. It was a flawed argument.
How much did you pay for it?
I'll be honest. I don't know, £5 or something.
So you had a life in which you had enough time, knowing that there was a race coming up, to order something from the innovations catalogue.
Yeah.
What was this race?
We had a little challenge.
Was this a common thing you had often at
I
challenges?
think I was on the dole at the time. I think I was about 25. And,
I mean, if you're on the dole and you've barely got any cash, you're buying air. Oh, jeez.
yeah. I look back now. It was a folly.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
That's what how he occupies his free days, Carl.
Come on. 20 odd years ago. I don't. Now I actually work out. Now. Oh, I'd like to race him now. Woo. Woo.
How is Usain Bolt?
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's gone a long way. So your mum calls up. What does she say? She said there's a new pill out that's a meal. Yeah.
We chat about that for a bit, and then she always says, "Watch the road" at the end of the call.
Really?
Yeah, she's always said that. Watch the road.
She doesn't mean the film The Road with Viggo Mortensen.
No, she's just paranoid that I'm going to get run over.
Right.
So every time, I've never been run over.
No. Well, that's because she always tells you to watch the road.
Maybe, maybe that's the case.
And do you watch the road?
Yeah, I think I do.
She means just stare out the window and watch the road.
Yeah!
She's fascinated by it.
Yeah, exactly, watch the road. There's cars going
There's
past.
moving things. There's big bits of metal with wheels.
So, you did walk into a field of nettles once, though. Let's not forget that.
So you have a call like this, scintillating phone conversation like this every day with your parents.
Yeah.
And does she always try to find a piece of new information she thinks might interest you?
That's
each day?
sweet, though. That's
Yeah,
sweet that he
absolutely.
talks to his parents every day.
I
I remember when I went off to university, my brother-in-law dropped me off. My mum came up with me, and she was leaving, and she was sort of crying, and I was making up. I was pretending to be really sort of sad and winding up, right? And then I thought, I better call her up. She said, "Call me." Right, so I think I waited till the following Sunday. It'd been about a week, right? And I called her up, and I couldn't just call her up. I suppose I had to be ironic because I was probably embarrassed about calling my mum. Like I wanted to speak to her too. So I just called her up, and she went, "Hello." I went, "Mum." She went, "Yeah." I went, "It's Ricky." She went, "What's the matter?" I said, "I think I'm blind." She went, "What?" I went, "No, how's it going?" She went, "You silly bleeder, I nearly had a heart attack."
That's great.
So if you want to spice up calls to your mum, pretend you've had a terrible accident and that you're blind.
I like it when I phone my gran, and the only other people that ever phone my gran is me, my sister, or my parents. No one else ever calls. And every time she picks up, she goes, "Hello?" Like, it could be a monster that's going to come through the phone line. But also, it's like she's never... Like, each time she hears it ring, it surprises her. Like, there's a noise in the house, and she wanders around and she finds an object that's ringing. And she doesn't know what it is, and she sort of hits buttons until... Hello?
Well, she's tried 3 already.
But what annoys me is I'll say, "Hello, Gran," and she'll go, "Who's that?" Oh, come on. You must recognise me by now. I'm the only person who calls, except about 3 other people.
I'm not the girl.
Yeah, exactly. And my granddad, she's had this for years. It's not just as she gets up. She'll go through all of the family's name until she gets to
Oh, my
me.
lot used to do that. My lot used to do
so
that.
she knows
yeah.
it's me, but she'll go, "Hello, Ron, Elaine, Alex, Steve."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But it's the same with each member of whichever one of us she's talking
Always
to.
last.
It's always last.
Yeah. Oh dear. So you've spoken to your mum and dad. You've changed the tiles. You've had lunch. The telly's not on.
Suzanne comes in. You've made her dinner.
No.
Right.
What happens there? Now, what happens there?
What time does she get in?
You've done all this by about 4 or 5, have you?
Well, I'm tidying up. I normally keep my eye on the clock. Like
the
to give
road.
myself like 40 odd minutes to clean up.
Right.
Kitchen's all clean, ready for us to make the tea.
Ready for her to make the tea, even though I know you've been tiling, but that was a job you gave yourself. You didn't have to do it.
No, but I don't do cooking. She knows that. This isn't even a discussion.
Right.
She knows. Like today, I've got to get some thin chips, so I'll do that.
You mean fries?
Yeah.
Okay. What, it's frozen in the bag or whatever?
Yeah, I've got to get some of them.
And what are you having? What are you having tonight?
Scampi.
So, that's shop-bought scampi. Just, what do you do? Just...
I don't know. She
deep
just
fry
brings
them?
it. I don't know. I think it's just chuck it in the oven.
Yeah.
So she'll do all that. I'll eat it.
And sorry, let me just rewind for a second.
I'll eat it. He's listing it in his day's work. I'll eat it. I say, "I've eaten that." She goes, "Thank you." We go, "Oven."
Do you ask her how her day's been? I'm just interested when she comes in. You
Definitely
know,
not.
she's had a busy
Definitely
day.
not.
She's listen. Don't jump to conclusions, Rick. All right. Okay, so she comes in.
Okay, let's act it out.
Yeah.
Okay, you've just cleaned up, right? The last bit there. You look back. Them tiles look good. You look at the clock. Oh, what time is it? She usually comes through the door.
Well, don't know. It can change. She calls and warns me.
Right. Let's
so-
go through. Take me through, okay? The end of the day.
Right. Vacuuming up, cleaning up all the mess.